Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everybody. As always, this is Critical Hit. I am your host, Retro, and we got your other host, Hellfire.
Hellfire.
So, just want to give a nice little hello to everybody. Glad to have you all here. Go ahead and shut those off. Maybe.
You don't like my little name tag?
Well, they're not shutting off. There we go. So now they're off. Okay, so there we go. Welcome everybody. We got Tabitha Sabbatha, we got Eon, we got John in the house. Glad to have you guys here. Just to give you a nice little heads up, hopefully you enjoyed the brief little bit of music that we had playing for you guys. We have a very, 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 very awesome show for you guys tonight. Hellfire?
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot to unpack. I won't give too much away. I'd say there's a lot of tech news this week. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, it's well, tech news. We got something that's kind of falling between tech and game, I guess.
Yeah.
Something that has
true.
no place. It is and it isn't. So a lot of stuff. We got Rodimus in here. Hello, Rodimus.
Woo!
Glad to have you here. So a lot of streamers are in here tonight. We're gonna be doing some shout outs a little bit here, but we definitely want to show some love out there. For most who don't know, we myself and Hellfire, we are members of the best stream team out there. I should have it set to where we can do it here.
Woo! Thank you so much for the sub.
Thank you for the sub, Rodimus. Yes, thank you. But anyway, for those who don't know, Stream Demons, everybody, make sure you throw your horns up for Stream Demons. We are the best Twitch stream team out there, Discord-based stream team at that. So definitely, let me thank Rodimus in there properly. There we go. Now we're getting ready to get to the shout outs. First of all, let's do a shout out to a vocal shout out to John Blitzed. He's not a streamer yet, but he is a member of Team Blitzed. He will eventually be streaming soon. So a big thank you to him. He's always here bright and early, first person here. So mad props to him. Shout out to Tabitha Sabbatha real quick. Then we're going to do one to Eon, and then one to Rodimus, because they're the only ones I see so far.
Next one's the side of your neck. Nice.
There she's playing Bindi in the Ink Machine, everybody.
Oh, and it's a perfect night because I wore my Stream Demons shirt. So, horns up, Stream Demons.
We're kind of buffering, I think.
Yeah, look on that. Looks like it's lagging just a little bit.
Just a little bit. That should take care of it right there.
Yo.
Come on. Actually, Filled Dream will get you. That's cool.
Working on it. I have nothing working. Hey, it's all good, Eon. It's all good. Shoutouts are still there. The shoutouts are still
Trying to get
there.
rid of that damn tail of his. Oh shit, he's enraged now.
No, he's ate the charge.
Is that Monster Hunter?
Oh, even worse.
Or is that art?
At least for him.
I think that looks. I don't know what that is.
Couldn't tell what that is. Rodimus, if you could shed some light on what that game was. It was a little small for me to be able to see, but shed some light on what game you were playing in the chat. Let us know what you were playing. Always good. But yeah, we got a nice little show for you guys tonight. A lot of information. We got a new segment that we're going to soon be working on. Supply Jeff with a host. Thank you, Supply Jeff. Let's go ahead and drop a shout out to Jeff. It was, that's Proto Nerd talking with me. It's Dauntless. Okay, it was Dauntless.
Hazardous to your health, but this sake is alcohol-free. However, it does contain explosives. I am now confused. It is sudden death. Shirokure is being chased by a Shiba Inu. Who will live to victory? Yatta is victorious and gains a star.
She's going for it.
Son.
Okay, so that was that was Supply Jeff, guys. Even though it was blasting my ears, did you get a dub for Fortnite Retro? No, I haven't played Fortnite in a little while. I've got the game downloaded. I will eventually be jumping on with Hellfire, doing some playing soon. but I haven't played recently in a fairly long time, John. Anyway, guys, we got as I said, we got a hot show for you. We have a feature that we're a new feature of the show that we're going to be working in slightly tonight. We're going to be working it a little bit better, where we're going to pretty much, I guess, feature other streamers, basically, other content
Yes.
creators. I'll explain more of it later. When did you get some critical hit emotes? Oh, critical hit emotes. Yeah. Believe it or not, we got to talk about that. I guess tonight, Hellfire. We got to come up with some critical hit emotes.
Yep. I will say this: we've come up with a few ideas, but we haven't nailed down a specific idea that we want to use. Because right now we only have one emote slot unlocked, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Until
so
we
we
get some
only
more
have
subs.
we need more subs to get a full range of emotes. And so since we're only going to have one right now, we want to make sure that it is the best one that we can give you guys.
Yeah.
So we've got a few ideas we've talked about, but we do need to get together tonight after the show and try to nail down an exact idea for the first emote.
Yeah. Something epic. So guys, here's the thing. All of you faithful viewers of Critical Hit, feel free to send us suggestions of emotes. Give us some ideas. Let us know what you would like to see as a Critical Hit emote, and we'll be glad to get those out made for you. So definitely let us know what you guys would like to see as Critical Hit emotes. And who knows, if we use your idea, we'll give you a major shout out, and possibly some little shout outs. I guess we could do some kind of about me shout outs and links to their pages.
Yep, sounds good to me.
So that way we give you guys some the logo. Okay, so John's saying the
Oh,
logo.
here. Let's do this, because you have to give each emote a name, correct?
Okay.
Everybody give us ideas. We'll go through the ideas, and the best one we will name the emote after you.
Yeah, I actually like that. I like that. So we'll name for every idea from you viewers that we use. We will name the emotes after you guys. Okay, and we'll even throw that in somehow with the merch. If we use the emotes as merch, we'll somehow base it off of the person who created it too.
Yep.
So that way you're going to be immortalized with Critical Hit, ladies and gentlemen. So throw those suggestions out there for sure. Send us messages through Whispers, and we'll take your suggestions in the Whispers. So definitely hit us up with the Whispers on your suggestions for emotes and merch and stuff like that, and we'll give props to you guys. That said, you know what time it is?
It is time for weird news.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, weird news. And pretty much, I brought you guys the Doom on a pregnancy stick. I brought you guys Doom on a refrigerator. Okay. Well, tonight's weird news comes from Hellfire. So I'll let you do the intro of it.
Okay. So 2020 has been insane. As Retro has already said, we have seen Doom on a pregnancy test. We have seen Doom on a refrigerator. We've seen Doom run on some very, very weird things. But have you ever seen Doom run on a potato? I will say no more and let the video play.
Yep, we are going to play the video right now.
No batteries, only wires. The wires plug into these. It's probably still turned on. Yep, still turned on. Okay, quick, let's get into Doom. No time to waste. It's not so bad once you get used to it, I guess. Alright. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Doom running on potatoes. Oh. Right back into the action. Okay. I can't believe it. This is Doom running on potatoes. Oh.
So yes, ladies and gentlemen, right there, Doom powered by potatoes. Doom taters.
Doom Taters.
For everybody out there, Doom Taters. So basically, Tabitha said apparently Doom can run on anything. Bruh, the potato PC, dude, LOL, right? So apparently Doom can run on anything. I wonder if we can somehow get it to run on, I don't know, some kind of little itty bitty video keychain or something.
It would be interesting if we could.
So we're gonna find something weird that we ourselves can get Doom running on, ladies and gentlemen. And so yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And we've got Rodimus suggesting a potato PC. I wonder if we could get a PC to be powered off of off of potatoes.
Well, I'm gonna say this. The video that I sent to you was a short version of the full video. The initial video was him trying to power a Retro Pi with potatoes, and he could not get enough power from potatoes to run a Retro Pi. He had to scale it back and run it off of the calculator. So if he couldn't get a Retro Pi to run, my guess is you probably couldn't get a PC to run. That's just my theory, though.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm noticing a little something. Your video
Lagging
is
a lot,
slightly
yeah,
lagging.
I
I don't know
know.
if that's on my side or if it's on your side. It's lagging on. It's lagging in my stream, so it may be your side. Check your internet stuff to make sure you're not running things.
Internet's fine. I'm getting. I need to run a test. I know it's not my equipment because I'm running at 9% CPU and 25% memory.
Yeah,
So
I'm
let me
running.
run a
I'm running
speed
at.
test.
I'm running low internet, and I'm running CPU at 100%, 1% internet. The critical hit.
Yeah.
No, I was saying he made the potato PC. Oh, yeah, pretty much he made a potato PC. I mean, there's no way around that. He made a potato PC, but still,
Mhm.
that's still an idea to run like Hellfire was saying, running a Raspberry Pi off of potatoes. So it's something that we can look into possibly doing and trying to get done and making something that that we can do for you guys as a project.
Yep.
So yeah, as far as this says, it was glitching. I was going to say that it was glitching. Yeah, we're actually actively working on it right now, so don't worry about that. But we are actively working on that. It should be a little bit better right now.
All right. So it's still lagging. I see it's lagging.
Yeah.
It might be mine because I'm not getting the full download that I normally get. I'm only getting 42 down.
Gotcha.
Normally I get 100 down, but it shouldn't be it shouldn't be that. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
at least your audio is coming through okay. So he's having internet issues, ladies and gentlemen. So that is what the issue is. Bear with any of the glitching right now. Normally, as y'all know, we have no issues with stream. I'm coming across to you fine with no glitches. So and I have no dropped frames. So my video and everything that we're bringing to you is good. Just Hellfire is in a bit of a max headroom kind of state right now. But his audio's coming through good. So we're gonna can't wait to mess with it. Right. The idea of for an emote, where to send it. So Rodimus and everybody else, Twitch Whispers. Send critical hit whisper to critical hit in Twitch Whispers, and we'll take your suggestions from there. So anyway, let me go ahead and get rid of that right there, video main. So we got across the weird news. Pretty much Doom Taters, everybody. Doom Taters is the weird news. You're probably gonna see us talk in weird news about Doom being run on all kinds of all kinds of stuff from now into the future, along with some other stuff. Speaking of weird news, have you heard anything about the dude who ran away from the with the Mohawk or whatever? Have they caught him? Have you found anything out on that yet?
Okay, so they have caught him. That was basically the article that I found stating that his sentence had been extended due to his escape attempt. They didn't bother to mention that was decided at a hearing that he was at. So yeah, at that point he had been caught. He was incarcerated. So he is currently spending 9 months in county jail. and then I think he has to do several hours of community
Community
service. Or
service,
something.
right? Got you. Got you.
Yeah. But yeah.
So
he
yeah,
has
there we
been
go.
caught.
It's pretty much into that whole story right there.
Unfortunately, it's not. He's not a modern day Bonnie and Clyde. He didn't stay on the run for 6 months. It'd been fun to watch if he did, but
Right?
unfortunately, the story comes to a undramatic close.
So, I guess with the end of weird news, go through my notes. Okay, so yeah, so now we got some really good stuff for everybody. Let's go ahead and drop that in right there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, pointing the wrong way. Right there, ladies and gentlemen. We got some news in Google. Do you want to take this, or do you want me to drop this? Well, because you got some notes, so I'll go ahead and drop this. So bear with me as I read these notes to you, ladies and gentlemen. So since September 1998, when Google first started, it became public, ladies and gentlemen. It's been that long. Think about it. Google's been around since 1998.
Yep.
That is a long time. September 1998. Anyway, since they started, trillions of people all across the world have been served by Google. Recently, they have added a new feature for them, a new search feature. Using a new AI engine, they have what is called Hum to Search. Okay, so anytime you say, like, you've had that song in your head and you haven't quite figured out what is that song? What's the name of that one song? That song that goes la da 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 da. You're doing that. Usually ask somebody what's the name of that song. So with Hum to Search, you can now hum, sing, whistle, whatever that song that you got stuck in your head is, and like Shazam, like SoundHound, it will actually search for that song and find you a few variations of that song. Even if you're out of key or off pitch, it will still find that song. So that pretty much is actually really good. Basically, it'll only takes about 10 to 15 seconds of the song. That's all it needs, is up to 10 to 15 seconds of the song for it to search and find said song for you to look for. Now
I will say this: they're saying 10 to 15, but I've messed around with it. For some songs, if you are spot on with the tune and everything, I've seen it load the song in as little as 5 seconds.
Yeah. And that's really cool. We've got Eon is saying, "Wow, perfect for those drunk people." Yeah, it's definitely good for drunk people. Shift lurk so I can prep my stream. No problem getting into DM's Devil May Cry 5. So yeah, Rodimus, you may want to pay attention to Hellfire's personal stream over on his Monday night streams. He's been playing Devil May Cry as well.
Yep.
So definitely watch him. Who knows? Maybe you can hook up with him and the two of y'all can talk Devil May Cry or something like that. Hellfire is a huge Devil May Cry fan. I'm a Devil May Cry fan, but not devout enough to stream it. But Hellfire definitely does stream it. But yeah, so basically the AI algorithm is a smart learning algorithm that pretty much identifies a song from potential matches, no matter whether you're off key or on key or the pitch is wrong as well. So it's definitely something that I want to look to. Oh yeah, I beat it on PS4. I'm dying for Virgil. Yeah, I'll check it out. Now Hellfire, I think you had something to do with Google.
Yep, I have. It's kind of the same thing. This is launching in parallel with a move that I'm not so happy about. So there has been the Apple users, and you have iTunes and Apple Music and all that. Then you have the Amazon, and then with that you have the Amazon TV and the Amazon Music, the Alexa, all that. Me personally, I have been a devout user of the Google ecosystem.
Yeah.
And of course, I say Google, and my phone decides to turn on. I have been a devout user of the Google ecosystem, and with that was Google Movies and Google what they called Google Play Music.
Yeah.
Now, over the course of the last 5 months, they have been sending me pop-ups every time I launch my music app, telling me, "Hey, this is going away. Please go over and you now have access to YouTube Music." And I'm like, "Okay, cool, but I don't want to switch apps." So everything that I bought on Google Play Music has been transferred to my library on YouTube Music. I can continue to buy music through YouTube Music. I can even take and port all of my playlists and everything that I have from Google Play Music to YouTube Music. There's two problems that I see with YouTube Music. The first problem I see with YouTube Music is that they do not have a desktop app. In order to play music on YouTube Music from the desktop, you have to go into the browser, which, as we've discussed before, is a resource hog and will eat resources left and right. The second issue is that if you have a family plan, then the family plan does not allow for music to be streamed on a kid's profile from YouTube Music. If you had a family plan on Google Play Music, it would allow the child to play any what's the word? I'm trying to think of the word. Any of the edited versions of songs, the radio version of songs. They couldn't pull up the explicit parental guidance dropping the F-bombs, but if it had the beep, if it had it blipped out, they could listen to the music. Now with YouTube Music, they don't have that. What they have is children aren't allowed to use YouTube Music at all. So then you have to go in and you have to set their account as adult accounts, and then you as a parent have no control over what your child is listening to. That's my two issues with the YouTube Music, and I don't feel like they're ready to make the switch until they get that taken care of.
Right.
But yeah, that this is launching in parallel with their YouTube Music as kind of a pushing point to say, hey, you have YouTube Music, you can look up any song you want on our service, just hum it, a little bit of it. If you can't remember what the name is, it's a ease of use feature promoting their YouTube Music.
Which is, I mean, even though it's a hindrance to you, it's still, I mean, at least they're still offering their music and stuff to people. They're just changing a little things up, changing the pace a little bit.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's an interesting thing. In some ways, I like it because it's streamlining everything. Now you have YouTube, and YouTube is your source for media. But on the other hand, they launched something with less features than what they previously had, and then they are closing down. They've already closed down the store. You can no longer purchase music through Google Play. Anything you already had, you can continue to listen to and use until I think December, and then the app will be completely shut off. You can't access it at all.
Right.
But I just feel like if they were going to launch something new, it should have had all of the features of the previous generation. And then if they wanted to add something new like this, they could. But it just feels like they're moving backwards instead of forward. That's my complaint with it.
Bear with me for a second. There we go.
Yeah, I see you working on settings.
Yep. Issues, ladies and gentlemen. Issues. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's more of things could get a little bit different as they get going and learn a few things. So I mean.
Yep. I expect some of these issues that I'm having will be addressed over time. I don't think it will continue to stay the way it is.
No.
It's more or less, are you willing to just, am I willing to stick it out and bear with it? And yeah, I am. I have probably 20 different playlists for different occasions and different moods, and they're all custom tailored to me, and they have my songs. It knows what I like to listen to. I've used Google Music for 10 plus years now. So it has a pretty good idea of what I like to listen to and what I don't want to hear. And so I generally don't hear what I don't want to hear. And if I was to switch, I'd have to go through a process of teaching a new AI what I like to listen to and what I don't.
Right. Now see,
So-
like so with what Eon says, Eon's like, dude, I'm glad I downloaded music back in the day. Now I have a good collection on my hard drive. You know, I'm the type of person that I actually have some MP3s that I've downloaded. Most of them I legally bought, ladies and gentlemen. I have some CDs that I've ripped from CD to MP3 and have a good MP3 collection. But I also use YouTube for a lot of stuff, so I'm glad they have YouTube Music out there. I also have Spotify, so I do have digital music for different occasions that I like to listen to, because my music choices are very eclectic, especially with my mood. So one minute I the music I have on MP3s, I'll listen to those, but then there's times that I want to listen to something new, you know, so I'm going to Spotify and I'm looking for something new. And then I want to listen to something specific that I don't have, that I can't get on Spotify or on my MP3s. So I search for it on YouTube and find it on YouTube. So I had to have these wider range of areas to be able to get the music that I listen to, because I listen to a wide eclectic range of music, from like, you know, old school crooner music of Frank Sinatra to 80s heavy metal, you know, and I listen to there's a lot of 80s heavy metal music that weren't famous, that people don't know is out there, and they're like, oh wait, they're from the 80s? Yeah, they're just not famous. They're mostly local artists that should have been famous that never were. So there's a wider range of music that I listen to. I don't like new music. I like new music, but I don't like new music. I like a lot of the underground, lesser known, unfamous music people who stick to a certain genre of style, versus like with new rap, I don't like new rap, you know, because I don't call it rap, it's mumble shit, you know. But me and Hellfire actually had a very
in-depth talk about music earlier.
that got almost aggro. It almost got aggro as far as opinion and of choices of styles and genres of music. But we won't do that here, guys. We won't do that here. We will tend to go at each other's throat on our different opinions. But that said, there's certain music that I don't like, and other people will like it, that I don't classify as certain things. So I write it off and be like, nope, sorry, it's not this. I'm not listening to it. If it's not this and not like this, then it's not this, you know. But yeah. Anyway,
So
that said,
so I'm gonna summarize this. With the streaming service versus purchasing CDs or purchasing the MP3s, for me, it started back when I first started getting into purchasing music, and I was constantly finding something new and wanting to listen to it. And I've kind of touched on this a little bit. I'm not going to go into detail as far as my entire life story, but I didn't have a vast experience with music at a young age. So when I became a teenager and then I grafted away from what my parents had allowed me to listen to, I started learning about 80s and 60s and 70s and 90s and even 2000s rock and roll that I loved, and then I was like buying CDs and buying MP3s left and right, and I was spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on music every single month. And it was like I kind of had to decide, did I want to continue to keep buying the music? Because I saw no end in sight. At this point, I saw no end in sight to when I was going to stop spending this money on music. And for me, it just made more sense to pay $15 a month on a service that allowed me to type in a band or type in a song and pull it up, whether it was an old rock and roll song, a new song, some obscure type of music from overseas, whatever it was that I wanted to find. If I knew what I was searching for and I could find it, I could pull it up and I'd have access to it on that streaming service. That's why I didn't go with Spotify. Spotify is a little more narrow in what they have on their platform. That's why I didn't go with iTunes. iTunes narrow and kind of strict about what they have on their service. Google Music, or in the early days, allowed anybody to upload music to their cloud, and you could search for that music and download it and listen to it. So you had a vast variety of music on that platform, and that's where most of the music that they got came from, is that individual artists were uploading the music, and then they were getting licenses on top of that for the popular stuff. But it opened the door that for $15 a month, I was able to find and listen to anything I wanted to, regardless of what time frame and what genre of music I wanted to listen to.
This is, I still buy records when I can. See, I still buy records. I still buy CDs. I still get MP3s. Now, something I like about Spotify is that I can play my own personal MP3s and then set it as a playlist. So when if I pay for the premium stuff, I can go off on another location, and on my phone I can play those same songs that are in my playlist from my it either streams it from my hard drive, or if I don't have it turned on, it will find that same song somewhere out in the internet and be able to still play that same song. So I have access to all my music no matter where I go with Spotify. The downside is I'm not paying for that service anymore, so I have to deal with commercials, which suck. But hey, it's whatever. Onyx Demon says Google Music still had limitations. It was it was a giant troll in some cases, turned into Napster with mislabeled bits. So
yes, it did for a while.
Every service, not even music service, movie services, everything has its limitations and its downsides. Plain and simple.
And there's still a place, regardless of what you prefer. There's always a place for something else. I still purchase CDs. For a long time, I had a car that had the only thing it had was a cassette player. So I bought a bunch of old cassettes and was listening to cassettes. In 2015, I was still listening to cassette tapes. I have somewhere in storage a box about this big full of vinyls. I think the most recent one I bought was the Love Story album by Yelawolf. That was the most recent album I bought. But there's always a place for other forms of how do you get your music. It's just what is the most convenient for you, and what do you prefer.
Now, real quick, so we can get back on the topic of the show, I just want to state that Onyx Demon dropped out that he still has his Slayer cassettes. Same here. I still got my old cassettes, and I'm talking old school cassettes. The last record I bought, and it was recent, guys. It was recent. Was Prince's on his Prince's Purple Rain album. I've got that on record. Okay, so I have some old records. I have some old cassettes. So yeah. I'm sorry. I have to go with my 80s on a lot of different things. Anyway. That said, is going with the things. We actually got LG in the news today with their tech. On October the 15th, they released the LG Wing, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the best era. Exactly, 80s is the best era. But yeah, the LG Wing is in tech news today, ladies and gentlemen. Hellfire actually found this and brought it to my attention. I didn't even know what the LG Wing was. But damn, if that is not a beast of a phone. And it's definitely a phone for streamers at that.
It's a phone for anybody who multitasks. And if you're a streamer, there's a lot of multitasking that you do. And something I've been looking into for my personal stream is mobile streaming. How to carry my stream with me out of my office and out of my work zone so I can do other types of streams. This phone would allow me to do a lot of things and multitask on it, and I'm excited. I mean, I was thinking about picking up the Fold from Galaxy, but this has got me second guessing that, and I might pick this up for my next phone instead.
So yeah, let's go ahead and drop it on them. Maybe. What? There we go.
We are all born
Wow,
explorers. Tackling unfamiliar experiences again and again. Our thirst for discovery winning over our fears. It used to be that each day was a new chapter in a story filled with adventure. But somewhere along the way, exploration became something trivial. Experiencing something new and stretching our imaginations became an afterthought to playing it safe.
Yeah, we're having a lot of trouble.
But our story does not end
Bear with
here.
us.
We at LG are taking our first steps to explore the unknown. Because life is full of wonder. If you step away from the race and remember how to see through an explorer's eyes, our mission to make life better for you in unexpected ways and to never again stop exploring. LG Explore.
So the video is having issues, guys. So which one, the side flip thinger? Flip that phone's 90 degrees, baby. So yeah, despite the video not doing what it's supposed to do, guys, pretty much the phone has like where it goes from being straight to flipping out. So you would have your straight phone like a phone, and then you would have the horizontal one for being able to watch your movies on.
Yep. And basically, when you flip it horizontally, it's in the shape of a T, and the bottom part, which is underneath of the main screen, is also screen underneath of that, and you can multitask on that screen while you're watching whatever's on the main screen.
You can see, listen. You take it on your ghost hunts. It's a phone. Crucifix. Hey, there we go. There we go.
There you go.
Good idea, Demon. Not only that, but can you imagine being able to have you have the crucifix there, and I'm doing the stream from the phone as well as having an actual phone. So I'll have a crucifix. I'll be able to have my chat on one screen, stream on another, recording this live stream all from the phone right there in one. Holy phone, exactly, a holy phone. I've watched reviews on this phone. I'm interested. Yeah, it's actually, even though the video's glitching out, we didn't pre-play the phone. We had an issue with the thing, but even though it's glitching out, the phone is a beast phone.
Yep.
It is a high price at $999, but
is it though? I mean, really? I mean, you look at what the iPhone and the Galaxy phones are going for. That's actually lower than what the basic Galaxy phone right now is going for.
For most regular phones, but it's if you compare it to the prices of other LG phones, it is higher cost than most other LG phones. It is the most expensive LG phone. Maybe not to the other phones out there like your Notes and your iPhone 12 or anything like that, but it is the most expensive LG phone. Now, it is cost effective at $999, and you're going to be paying monthly for it with a contract, but at $999, it is the most expensive LG phone.
Oh yeah, it's the most expensive LG phone, but LG has been slacking when it comes to features and power, being a competing force in the market. They've kind of just always stayed being the cheap option for those that didn't want to have the best phone on the market. They just needed a new phone. So I think it's interesting that they're still offering those cheap phones, for those who can't afford something that high priced, but they're also branching out and they're saying, hey, we can give y'all a product that is just as good as the Galaxy and the iPhone, and we can do it at a cheaper price.
Yeah, see, Demon's even saying the same thing you're saying, Hellfire. He's actually saying the exact same thing you are. And see, that's what I'm saying. So now they have affordable phones for the people who can't afford them, and now they got this feature-rich, awesome beast of a multitasking monster phone, guys. They've actually, this phone puts them back on the map. Okay, so now you have
which is what they needed.
Because Sony's dropped the ball. The Sony Ericssons, they dropped the ball with their phones. So now you got your Androids, you got your you got Samsung, you got iPhone, you got now LG coming back, and your HTCs, and HTCs are starting to drop down.
HTC Look, no offense to anybody who likes HTC. HTC is the inbred cousin that nobody wants to talk about.
Well, see, here's the thing. I'll talk about them. HTC. I don't care what anyone says. Back in the day, okay, I was rocking in 2009, no, 2007. 2007, I was rocking the Samsung Blackjack. This was during the times of the Motorola Q and the BlackBerry, guys. Dude, I had a THC once, still works great. Or HTC, yeah. See, for me, like I said, I was rocking the Samsung Blackjack, okay, which was a red phone that had the keyboard on it, okay, and a little thing, and it was running Windows Mobile, okay. The Motorola Q was Motorola's little version of the BlackBerry that ran the same thing as the Blackjack and the Motorola. The BlackBerry actually had its own operating system, BlackBerry OS, but they were the dominant phones of the time. However, with it was around 2008 that HTC came out with the HTC Touch. Okay. Let's see if they advertise this to the right consumer, they need to reach vloggers and streamers. Exactly, with the side flip thing.
Yep.
Exactly. But back then in 2008, HTC released the HTC Touch. It was a small little phone that was touch screen. It was one of the first touch screen phones. Okay, yep. This was back when LG had the LG slide phone. I forgot what it was called, but it was a slide phone that you had the keyboard on, and then you slide it back, and you had the straight horizontal bar phone. Okay,
that was my second phone.
Right. So yeah. LG had that phone. So they had the HTC Touch phone. I had that phone. Then next year in 2009, HTC dominated with the HTC Touch Pro Duo, guys. It literally was a touchscreen phone with the LG version where it slid out. So you had your touchscreen, and then it slid out to have a keyboard, okay? But it didn't end there. The LCD screen flipped up. So not only are you don't have to look down, you could sit here and do this number and see your screen without bringing your head down. Your head could stay up, and you could touch and watch. So this way, not only that, but I could play movies on it, set my phone on a table, and the screen is flipped up, and I'm watching a fucking movie right there on my screen without having to look down or prop it up or nothing like that. It propped itself up. So yeah, the HTC had dominant phones for a short time. They just dropped the ball after a short time. Reason why, and most people don't know this, is HTC started focusing on their VR stuff. HTC Vive is a very, very strong VR setup. It is probably one of the best. Yes, the Oculus 2 is coming out, ladies and gentlemen, okay? They have other ones out there, but the HTC Vive is one of the best VR setups out there. So HTC still dominates, just not in the phone market.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying when I say nobody really pays attention to them. They're kind of just there on the phone market. And even back, like you're saying, they had innovative ideas. They definitely knew how to innovate with the hardware, the external hardware, the stuff that made it user friendly. But what they didn't, they were still, even back then, they were at the bottom of the processing power, the camera, the things that people were buying phones for. Even today, well, you ask somebody, why are you buying the new iPhone? Oh, it's got a 12 megapixel camera, blah, blah. They care. There's things that users care about, and there's things that users are like, oh yeah, that's cool, but I'm not going to get the phone for that reason.
Exactly.
So that's where they made the mistake. They were focusing on cool features that were everybody's like, oh yeah, that's cool, but I'm still going to go get this phone because it has a feature that I care more about.
Right. So pretty much, and in short, HTC was more about feature. Not one good feature. It was like small feature. It was overloaded with small features and didn't have any of the main needed essential features. So
Yes,
that's
exactly.
how they dropped the ball. Yes, everybody wants touchscreen. Yes, everybody wants that slide out screen with a keyboard on it. We get that. But the camera quality sucked, So yeah, they lost the ball. They dropped the ball. However, they picked it back up with their VR stuff. And like Eon says, their phones are still in market and still dominating overseas, just not in America.
Yeah.
That's because Americans are all about their iPhones and their Samsungs and all their other brand name phones.
Yep.
So my first
And
sale was a Motorola Nice.
And there's two main markets that the tech industry focuses on. The first is the American market. And when I say American, I mean North American, as in Canada and US states.
Yeah. We got to definitely make sure let people understand, because a lot of people don't understand. North America is also Canada. Okay. The United States is just a part of North America. Canada is also North America. Okay. Reason why I state this is because we got Claw Overdraw. Thank you for being here, Claw Overdraw, and welcome. The reason why I want to state this is because my good buddy Onyx Demon, ladies and gentlemen, is from Nova Scotia. So he is a Canadian, and he, in my opinion, he's one of the only, I can't say the only thing, but one of the things that make Canada good. Okay. So I kind of wanted to drop that in. Now go ahead and go back to what you were saying.
But yeah, the North American market, which is the United States and Canada. The second main market the tech industry markets is the Chinese market. And the reason they target the Chinese market is because China is the nation with the most people. So there is a ton of people to buy their product. And so that is why, even though most technology is designed in Japan, a big market is always going to first the United States, because they're one of the biggest populations.
Yes.
And they're one of the biggest populations that has a lot of money to throw around and get that tech.
Yeah.
The second one that they're always going to focus on is China. That's the markets that they market to.
And I mean, and essentially, I mean that's I don't know, that's key, and that's the reason why a lot of you got a lot of phones making world band phones that work in America and overseas. Nowadays, if you don't have that WorldCom dual SIM card phone, or a SIM card that does world band with one SIM card, then your phone's not going to sell.
Exactly. And that's one thing I wish Samsung would get on the ball a little bit better with, is start putting dual SIM slots in your phones.
Yeah.
Because I know for me, when I went down to Mexico, I had to take the SIM out, put a new SIM in, make sure I didn't lose my SIM. Like if it had two SIMs, and I knew let's just say I knew that I was traveling to and from Russia 3 or 4 times a year, I could keep both of those SIMs in that phone, one for America and one for Russia. And as soon as I left service area in America, it would start looking for a signal from one of the other ones. I'd land in Russia, immediately I have service on that other SIM. It's something in the world that we live in, where people are going back and forth, and business is happening all over the globe, and people are moving all over the globe. It's something that needs to be addressed, and it's a change that needs to be a mainstay in phone tech.
So with that said, it's now time to move on to another story. So we're still in with tech news, ladies and gentlemen. Tech news is pretty much still what we're talking about. But in tech news, it's now time to move on to our boys at Sony, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for our boys at Sony. And most of what we got is about the PS5.
Yep.
You want to go ahead and field this one?
I'll let you take this one.
Okay, so with the PS5, Sony released recently an update that has a lot of people upset for multiple reasons. One, it changes the some of the things in the PlayStation Store. That pretty much removes PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita games from the PlayStation 4. You can no longer get those games accessible from the PlayStation 4 store. Okay, so a lot of people are miffed about that. They're miffed about the friend list changes. But one of the most ultimate things that they're miffed about is the voice chat option. I know that Hellfire had talked about it when he first updated to the new update, as far as the capabilities of the voice recording. Going into more detail about it, according to PlayStation Blog, voice chat won't be monitored, okay? So it's, as much as we thought it was going to be monitored live, it will not be monitored or listened to actively. However, the new system, on the new system, there will be an option to report people in voice chat with a chat clip of up to 40 seconds. Okay, so very similar to Xbox. Most people forget this. Xbox is actually doing this. Microsoft is doing this as well. So it's not just a Sony thing. So if you get mad at Sony, get mad at Xbox as well, because Xbox was doing it way before Sony was. Xbox does do it now. They have chat monitoring in their stuff so that you can record and report someone for what they say in chat. Anyway, there will be no opting out of this. If you use voice chat on the PS5, someone in your chat can clip your audio and submit it for review by the moderation team. I don't do consoles, so I'm gravy. Per se, because believe it or not, if you use the Microsoft Xbox game feature on the PC, that Xbox chat bar, game bar, whatever, it does the live chat recording as well. And I'll guarantee you, if where Microsoft has been doing it, and Sony's now doing it, I can already tell you right now, we know for a fact, we got to get the information to prove it to you guys, but Nintendo Switch is in the process of getting ready to do it, which means I would probably guarantee that all the other game systems, EA launcher, Bethesda launcher, Steam chat, all the different chats are soon going to follow in suit with it as well.
Yeah, it's. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna try to approach this as non-politically as possible. I disagree with it at a core level. And here's the thing. Yes, cyberbullying is a thing. Yes, I get racism and sexism and all that is a problem that needs to be addressed in the world. But I do, at the end of the day, believe that freedom of speech is a human right. And if Uncle Charles wants to be a racist till the day he dies and he wants to spew garbage out of his mouth, he technically has that right to do that. That being said, if he says it to the wrong person and they get violent with him, that's a consequence that he may have to face.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that anybody has the right to stop him from saying it.
Exactly.
So the argument is there, well, there's nothing you can do about it online, so this is just them intermeeting in between, and this is them being the consequence that he has to face for doing that. And that argument's there, but Xbox especially has been known to exaggerate and to blow things out of proportion when you say something, and to take things the wrong way. I know because I was reported for, I think I called someone a bitch on Xbox, and they flagged it for sexism and hate speech. And that's not what that word is. Yeah, it can be used that way, but that's not what it generally is being used as. And so Xbox especially, Microsoft especially, has been known to do that. And when you put that power in the hands of a corporation, you don't really know what you're going to get.
Pretty much to sum it up, what Hellfire is pretty much saying is, in a way, it's removing your civil liberties, and people today, it's you're not allowed to have civil liberties. They're allowed to have civil liberties, but you're not, because you're this and you're that, and you do this and you do that, and you believe this and you believe that. You're not allowed your civil liberties, but I'm allowed my civil liberties. You know, that's the basis consensus. Everybody's getting offended, so because we're offended, you can't have this, and you can't say this, and you can't do this. So now, to follow suit and to make those people happy, that's where you're getting the chat monitoring and the video monitoring and this rule and that rule and this change and that change. And it's all about staying politically correct and appeasing others at the cost of these, because these group of people are your dominant, biggest, largest majority. We're going to please them. And because these are the minority, we're going to disregard them. So that's pretty much what it's coming down to.
But did you have something else to say before I?
No, I was just gonna say. I was just pretty much gonna say that. Despite that, I understand where Sony's coming from with doing this, and I'm cool with it. You know, it's their game console. It's their service. You know, they're allowed to do with what they want and how they want to do it. It just comes on to us to choose: do we want to agree with it, get the console, and side with it, or do we want to stand up and fight against it? You know, is it really worth fighting against, or do we just stomach and be like, well, it's whatever? You know, they're taking our civil liberties, but just as much as it's our civil liberties, it's their product, their right to do what they want. So it's their civil liberties to do that as well. So in the sense that they're taking our civil liberties from us, they're in the same using their civil liberties to do that.
So, and I'll say this: if you feel, and I do feel very strongly in this regard, but if you feel strongly enough about this, you have the option to decide what you stand for and whether you support that decision based on whether you purchase the system or not, whether you use their service or not. So, I know there is a group that they have boycotted Xbox. They don't use anything to do with Xbox because of the recording. There's a group now talking about canceling their PlayStation 5 pre-orders because of this. There is, if you have a problem with it to an extent that you feel like it's violating your civil liberties, you have the right to choose to use another service, to choose to use other products. There are other products in the market. PC gaming is an option that allows you to choose a little more how you what services you use to talk on. And I was sitting here thinking while Retro was talking, an example without getting political, because the main example that is used is the rebel flag, and that one is a hotbed of controversy. So I'm not going to use the rebel flag argument, but what I am going to use is the swastika, because what a lot of people don't realize is a swastika was not originally a Nazi symbol. It was stolen from Germanic Nords and paganism. It was initially a symbol of the gods and of Norse paganism that was stolen by Hitler and by the Nazis. And now, because they used it for that, it is permanently branded as a hate symbol, when that wasn't what it originally was. And so, as somebody who believes in that religion, I cannot use a symbol that has that symbol in my religion. I can't use it in the open, because the world views it as something that it was not originally supposed to be. And we need to educate people. We need to educate people on what your rights are, what things are supposed to be, and you can't label somebody as something based on your own ignorance.
Well, see, to further expound on that real quick, what it comes down to is in that same manner, like if I find something to be offensive and
Yep.
and they're like, oh, but this is not offensive. This is not offensive. This stands for this. That stands for that. But this stands for this. So it's okay for them to find your stuff offensive, but you can't find their stuff offensive. You know,
Yep.
they look at things at face value. They see it with their eyes, and they assume things like with me. I get assumed every single day. If you look at me and you look at Hellfire, you're gonna judge me based off how he looks and assume that because I look like a white male, I am a white male. But I am far from being a white male. And it's really sad because as far as race is concerned, people judge me by appearance. They assume things by appearance. I'm actually half Native American, half Italian. So
Yep.
when I go to apply for jobs, I'm forced by the government, ladies and gentlemen, to sign other, okay? Because I'm Latino non-Hispanic as well as I'm Native American, and there is no racial choice for me to pick of the combination of two. Other people have choices of mixed races, but I don't. So I have to sign other. Okay.
Yep.
And the downside to this is I have one race saying, oh, you're a white man. You're a white man because you look white. You are white. And then the white man is like, no, you're not white. You're not white. You're this. So I can't accept anything. So it's the same basic thing with the symbols. With the symbols, they're saying, oh, this is a bad symbol, but this is a good symbol. You have to love this symbol because we tell you it's a good symbol, but you have to hate this symbol because we assume and associate it with it being bad. So you have to do what we tell you to do. So because the majority sees it one way, the minority have to stomach it pretty much the way it goes.
Yep.
That said, let's get off this political topic. No offense, ladies and gentlemen. The political topics are a bad subject, especially on streams. This is not the place. This is a tech and game stream. So let's get back on the topic of tech and games. Start of the line. We're all Africans. So maybe that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother discussion that we'll find time to talk about. Anyway, with PlayStation 5, we already know that they're doing the monitoring. We know that a lot of people don't like it. We know that they said it's not actively monitoring and it's only for when someone reports a clip and sends the clip, then they will listen over to that clip, but not for active listening. However, also in the news of PlayStation 5, it's a small little bit of information that I actually find cool. The PlayStation 5 will feature software updatable cooling system. Their cooling fan will be software updatable, which I find to be kind of cool. What do you think about it?
Okay, so, and we briefly talked about this earlier. We were rushing to get everything ready.
Yeah.
But there are some very, very high-end coolers for computers that have their own software and they have to be updated and all this. So it's existed for a while. It hasn't existed in the consoles, but it has existed in very, very high-end parts. To me, I've always thought of it as unnecessary and another failing point in a machine that you want as few failing points as possible. You know, I can kind of see with it being a console, maybe they're worried about power consumption and trying to balance everything out, and there may be a big game that launches that needs to cool more and pull this resource from here, and that way they can release an update for the console for this new game so that it balances everything out and they can keep everything running as smoothly as possible. That's possible. You're talking about a console that has a finite amount of resources. It's not a computer where if you can't play it, you just turn the settings down. So, you know, in a console situation, I think maybe this technology actually has a place and it might actually get some use.
Yeah. Now, see, something else I see with this is The Xbox doesn't do this. You would think that Microsoft, who is a PC company, would think about this specific thing. If computers and PCs can do it, then we should be able to put it into our Xbox. I'm shocked that Microsoft hasn't done this in the Xbox, and it was Sony that did it with a console. So that's a bit of a shocker for me. You know,
Well,
but hold on.
all right.
In the same, can you think about the capabilities of it, the possibility of overclocking your PlayStation, and the updated software stuff allow you to update and keep it monitored and balanced, like you said, with being able to overclock your PlayStation?
I'm assuming you're talking about third-party OS.
Yes.
And okay, jailbreaking. Yeah, I think that's a possibility that it will happen. I mean, anytime a new piece of hardware launches, almost immediately people go to trying to jailbreak it, and the stuff that comes out of it is always interesting. So yeah, this will be something interesting that might get played around with by the hacking community and by the jailbreaking community. It's a very good possibility.
And see, I agree. So the possibilities are endless as to what could come from this. You know. Now,
Yes.
real quick, Onyx Demon is saying that I'm not sure what the IMHO stands for, the IMHO is, but I think Microsoft just doesn't really care. Personally, the Xbox is just a source of income at this point. And yes, no, I agree with that, Onyx Demon. I completely agree with them. And that's what I'm getting at, is Microsoft doesn't really care about stuff. To them, it's money. So to see that Sony actually cares about it, that says a lot coming from Sony. You know, like I said, Microsoft doesn't seem to care. Where Sony, even though they do some bad things, I also see the good things that Sony's doing. So it's you got one thing in one hand and something else in the other hand. It's
Well,
like give and take.
Briefly, I'm going to answer John's question. Yes, John, jailbreaking is still a thing. I'm actually currently working on jailbreaking my PlayStation 3. Once the PlayStation 5 launches, I'm going to be jailbreaking the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, so we actually talked about this last night. It was something that I started saying and something that I wanted to do, and then Hellfire's like, well, let's do it to let's try to do it to our PS4s. So we've got a project that has to do with jailbreaking the PS4 that will be coming to Critical Hit. Other things that I'm jailbreaking is going to be my Nintendo Wii, my Nintendo Mini Classic, my Nintendo Classic Mini. I'm going to be jailbreaking that. So
my Wii is already jailbroken.
Well, I'm gonna be doing. I got another jailbreak that I'm gonna be doing, something a little different. But we got a lot of jailbreaking things that we're gonna be doing, guys, and it's gonna be done here on the stream.
Yeah, but moving back towards the whole Microsoft and them not caring, it's along the same topic, so I'm gonna run with it for a minute. We talked about it couple nights ago.
Yeah.
Basically, with the current price points of consoles, they're both launching, assuming you want a disc drive and all that, the current price points are what, like $500, $600 almost?
Yeah.
And so you're paying $600 for a console that is locked to the console. You're locked to their ecosystem. You're locked to everything that they want to do. And Sony is charging $70 a game now. For any of the PlayStation 5 games, they're going to cost $70. With that, you also have PC parts all of a sudden dropping drastically in price. The new 30 series graphics cards, 3060, which is like 3 times stronger than the graphics card going into PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Is what, $300? I think is what the price point is.
John Blitz with the bits.
Thank you, John. But yeah, it's $300 for the 3060, which is more powerful than the graphics card going to PlayStation 5. The new AMD processors are ridiculously cheap price. I'm talking just a couple $100 for high-end CPUs.
Yeah.
And then cases, there's a ton of very cheap cases out there on the market now. You can throw together a good gaming PC that will allow you to game just about anything for less than $1,000.
So pretty much, to basically short what you're trying to say, for the cost that you're going to pay with the console systems, you can get a computer system, a gaming computer system that does double, if not more, than what a console can do for around the same price, if not cheaper.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just talking about gaming performance, not to mention the fact that a PC can browse the web and edit videos and stream and all these other things that a console, yeah, they can kind of do it, but they're not really the best experience to do them. There's so many things that a PC can do that a console will never be able to do.
Mods.
And mods is a big thing. Not to mention that with a PC, you can choose any platform you want to talk on.
Yeah.
There are tons of platforms. You've got Skype, you've got Discord, you've got Facebook Messenger, you've got Zoom. You
Google
can choose
Hangouts.
which Google Hangouts. You can choose your platform that you want to talk on, and you're not locked in and dictated on a platform that says you have to talk on their Messenger app.
And I will say this. Onyx Demon was talking about switching to a 3080. So as Hellfire knows, okay, I have a 3080, ladies and gentlemen. I have a 3080, and I've got it running. This is a slight shame on me. But I have it running on a first gen i5, guys. Okay. And though the gameplay sucks on a first gen i5, and there's certain games I can't run at all, I will say this: even though I'm trying to play Fallout 76 on it, and the jittery gameplay that I have on the PC because my computer sucks. The quality of the graphics from the 3080, guys, is mind-blowing, okay?
Yep.
And the price alone of the 3080 is mind-blowing. So the quality of what you're getting out of the 3080, the price that you're getting it at, and put into the right computer, you're going to have, like, outstanding, phenomenal, mind-blowing, mind-altering gaming right there on a PC.
Yep. I'll put it to you this way. Go out, if you had the money, build a i9-9900 with a 3090 and 32 gigs of RAM. Play on it. Wait till the PS5 Pro launches, or whatever the hell they're going to call it this generation, in 2 years. And I guarantee you, the PS5 Pro or the Xbox Pro or whatever one is better when they launch their Pro versions, your PC will still run 3 to 4 times better than that console.
Yeah. So very soon, you're gonna have to be rich to be able to have a console. I'll guarantee you. It won't be long. It'll probably be like 5 to 10 years. The standard ordinary man and woman will not be able to afford console gaming whatsoever, but will be able to afford a computer and game on a computer.
And then when that happens, consoles will go the way of the dodo.
Yeah.
Because PC gaming is already superior. You can argue left and right all day you want. PC gaming is superior.
Well, hold on. I will say that for consoles, I'm gonna give props to Nintendo. Okay. The Switch is a console and it's portable both. Okay.
Yep.
I like that because it's easier to tote around. Okay, and the price of it is lower than the other consoles, and their games are fairly affordable too. So at least Nintendo came in, as most people know, they've been out now for about 35 years. The reason why Nintendo stuck around is they had really great games for kids, families, okay, and some geeky gamers, okay, and they're still dominating because they take into effect, you know, PC's going to be around for this reason, and this reason. Consoles doing this, and this, and this. How are we going to stick around? Portable gaming, low cost. So
Yep.
Nintendo will probably be the only console to stick around years to come.
I'll say this: portable PCs. It's kind of hard to pull off. You're not there's the parts aren't out there, and the parts that are out there are enthusiast parts, and therefore they cost a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can kind of build a portable PC. It's going to cost you more money than it's worth to build a portable PC, and it's not going to run that great. So yeah, portable consoles are always going to have a place, always. And Nintendo has managed to corner the market on that. I mean, look at and part of it is the marketing that Sony did for it. But part of it is that one device was just a better user experience than the other.
Yeah.
And that was the battle between the Nintendo 3DS and the Sony Vita. I love my Vita. I also have a Sony actually I had the Nintendo new 3DS XL. So I had the newest one on the market. I have the Sony Vita. I love both devices. One of them has got more games and is more fun to play on than the other. And that is the Nintendo. Nintendo has cornered the market on the mobile gaming.
Well, see, okay, so with the Nintendo Switch, one of the other selling points on it that we not only with price, not only with being what you can do with it and stuff like that, we also have to look into the fact that for some of us older people like myself and Hellfire, you know, and then of course Tabitha and you know, Nintendo has classic games. Okay, so we're able to get those classic
It's a nostalgia
games.
factor.
Right. So you got the nostalgia factor as well as the new games that they're coming out with that you can play, okay? As well as the kid games. So they've got little niches in every little marketable area that's keeping them around.
Yep. I think that for now, so Nintendo has a place in the markets. Nintendo has secured a place at least for the next 7 to 8 years.
Yeah.
In the market. PlayStation and Xbox, I'm not so sure if they're going to continue to stick around. They may continue to stick around, but I don't think they're going to be the mainstays and the big corner piece that they once were, especially in hardcore gaming. Yeah,
Right.
You're going to have your casual gamer that just throws it under the TV and they play the games on the weekends. Your hardcore gamers are not going out, are not carrying, and they're not going out and picking up
Well, see, I'm
a
gonna
console.
as far as portable gaming and computers, okay, a lot of people are not even realizing this, but with laptops, we've already stated that Lenovo, ladies and gentlemen, their Legion laptop, their Legion gaming laptop has RTX cards already in them, okay?
Yep.
The new 9 series is going to have the 30 series RTX in them, okay? So we already know that even though it's going to be high-priced gaming laptop, that gaming laptop is going to be portable gaming for the computer ends. You're
Yeah.
going to get your PC games on a portable level. Now, oh, hey, I can't afford that gaming PC. Guess what? This was something I was saving for next Tuesday, and we'll give you more details on this, okay? So you're hearing this first, ladies and gentlemen, here on Critical Hit, briefly, and I'll talk about it more next Tuesday. But this is a first out. No one else knows about this too much. There's a few places that are talking about it, but we're one of the first. We're one of the first ones to get actual information that I have that most other people don't have. The Google Chromebook, ladies and gentlemen, Chrome OS, the Google Chromebook, the official Google Chromebook, which is basically it's an operating system and everything is done over the internet. Okay, cloud-based software. Those Chromebooks will have the 3080 laptop cards built into them. Now, how much of a beast thing for a Chromebook to have a RTX on it? What's that
Yep.
saying to you?
Well, Chrome's not the only one doing it. And this is something that I was actually interested in. They launched it last year. It was the touch books. It folds and pops off. It's a tablet. I can't remember what they were called. But it was originally launched as a business laptop, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh yeah, gamers can get it too. We got the 2080 Supers in here."
See, Claw's actually watching one from the Chromebook. But here's the thing. Here's the reason why I wanted to mention the Chromebook. Okay, what is Sony and something that Sony besides the next gen console? What is Sony, Microsoft, and Google and Amazon? What are they all similarly coming out with?
Besides gaming PCs?
Besides, this is software-wise.
Software-wise. Oh, streaming, cloud-based
Cloud-based gaming, guys. Cloud-based gaming. So if with a Chromebook that has an RTX card in it that is affordable, okay, we're talking it's probably going to be like a $500 Chromebook, okay, which is not that expensive, okay. With the cloud gaming that's coming to Xbox, to PlayStation, to Google, to Amazon, and you'll be able to access it all on this Chromebook. You're gonna have a beast video card for all these games. Why the freak am I gonna get a console when I have all that on a Chromebook?
Yep.
So there'll be more details on this because there's other cool stuff on the soon-to-release new version of the Chromebook that I've got for you guys for next Tuesday. However, I just kind of want to give you a little taste of what's coming. That with cloud-based gaming, so the Google Chromebook is about to rock the gaming world dramatically.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's big changes all throughout with the rise of 5G and the faster internet making its way around the globe. Not to mention that PC parts are becoming cheaper and cheaper. I almost want to say that Xbox predicted it early, because what has Xbox been doing this entire last generation?
Converting people to PC with the Xbox One X, now the Xbox Series X, that's slowly becoming PCs instead of consoles.
Exactly. Every single game that launched on Xbox One is available on PC. All the first-party games are on PC. All the third-party games are on PC. So they are already predicting it. They're already making that move. It's going to leave Sony in a corner, and what Sony's going to end up being is Sony Game Studios and Sony Tech, and Sony's going to have to pull away from making consoles.
Yeah.
Sony's going to have their games that they produce and they sell on PC because that's all they can do, because there's not going to be a place for a PlayStation anymore.
Sony will still call it PlayStation, but it will be PC cloud-based gaming instead of a console-based gaming.
I don't know if they'll go that route. It depends what year this happens in. If it happens in the next 5 years when we're ready for a new system, I don't know if they'll go the way of cloud gaming. I think because they already have it. We know that the Horizon Zero Dawn is on PC now. Is one of the first PC exclusive games to make its way to PC. And when you pull it up, it says a PlayStation Game Studios production. So they're already making slowly. I think they're seeing this move, and they're making this move, but they're trying to slow it down by releasing them later on, a few years after PlayStation has already had the titles. But they already know that it's happening.
Not to mention the rush to buy game publishers by Microsoft and Sony. They are putting a line in the sand of games. Well, yeah.
Yep.
Now, to direct this and keep on track because of time, okay. Let's kind of move on.
Yep.
Staying with the concept of game and tech news, but yet it's in between tech news and it's in between game news. Let me go ahead and drop that out real quick. Go towards the same as streaming services and Netflix. Pretty much, yeah. Speaking of streaming, as Claw Overjive is talking about, we're gonna move forward with the news to something that's in between tech and in between gaming. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure this is the right image. Yep, there we go. Twitch. Twitch is now rolling out their soundtrack music software in beta form to certain people. I myself am one of the few people who get to use the soundtracks system. So with that said, some of you who were here earlier when we first went live, we were actually using Twitch soundtrack music. So the music you heard at the start screen was Twitch soundtrack music. The downside to it is they do not have Leather Rebels in the house, by the way.
Woo!
Shout out to Leather Rebels. So with Twitch soundtrack, ladies and gentlemen, you're actually seeing that's the actual the legit actual screen right there of the app. The downside and plus sides, it's really cool. It's really simple to learn. The downside is it doesn't have much music selection. I don't like the music selection because when you go to select rap, it's not real rap. It's mostly the mumble raps where you get the new popular word, another word, I just rhymed the word from earlier, I just rhymed that word from the other word that I said, another word. You know, it's no longer rap. You're just saying one word. And then later, you're after a few beats, you're saying another word, you know. But it's music that some people will like, but not everybody will like. They have metal music that would have literally face palm Tabitha and Leather. You will their metal music selection. You will face palm dramatically. Okay, you're gonna be like, wait, this isn't metal. But supposedly they classify it as metal, okay? And I'm gonna get some samples and try to get it to where you can hear some of it.
I'll put it this way: I just downloaded it before we went live. Was listening to a little bit of it. I am a fan of nu metal, which I know a lot of people are not, and even I face palm. I don't even know what the fuck this is.
Leather Rebel, yeah, it's not worth it in my opinion. Now, let me say this, okay? I love what they're doing. I love the setup of it. Okay, it's great, but it's very limited in their music selection. Grizzly Bandino, how are you doing? Welcome. So pretty much, I love what they're doing. Right now, since I'm trying to keep it in my head that it's still in beta, so once it releases, we may have more music selection. Okay, yeah. I'm thinking that the limited music selection right now is because it's in beta. Okay, so I can't make a final decision on it as far as one way or another, but right now it's very limited in its music selection. I'd rather go back to Harris Keller and his YouTube music. Okay, well, I enjoy. Go ahead.
It was good music. I used that music.
Yeah,
Harris Keller's stream beats.
Yeah,
is a million times better than what Twitch is offering.
Exactly.
Not to mention that it's actually going to a fellow streamer that is giving back to the streaming community and helping the community grow. Like, it's better, and it's helping grow the Twitch community as amongst streamers. It's a no-brainer which one you would want to use.
Exactly. Now, with this, the reason why I wanted to bring this up is myself and Hellfire we constantly talk about ways that they could fix things. Amazon owns Twitch. Amazon has Twitch Music or Amazon Music, Prime Music. Okay. They have the capability of blending the service just like they had the Amazon Watch Party for Twitch. Why can't we get an Amazon Music Party that if you're paying for Amazon Prime, let us use a selection of Amazon Prime music in Twitch soundtracks for those who are paid members of Amazon Prime. Let us use select music that we pay you guys for in Amazon Prime in this service. So there's a lot of growth that they could have. So I'm not saying it's bad, but there's a lot of room for growth in this.
And I will say this: because I did a little research on what it would have to take to get us to that point. They would basically have to get a new license because they had to have a license to have broadcasting music on
Yeah.
Amazon Music. They have to get a different license, a broader license to incorporate it into Twitch. So it's going to cost them upwards of about $5 million. So it is going to cost them up front. But here's the thing. Me as a streamer, I am constantly looking at ways to give my audience more.
Yeah.
And to improve the content that I create for my
100%.
audience. So if it is, I have to have the Amazon Music membership to listen to it at, say, I think it's $10 a month. I would not mind paying that $10 a month plus an extra $10 a month to have the license and the ability to stream that music over my stream to give to my audience. Like, I don't mind paying more for this service. I don't think that should stop them from making this deal, because a lot of streamers will pay to have this service and to be able to give their audience something more.
And you can even offer it in different installments. You can have a basic Amazon Prime. You can have an Amazon Prime that offers the music, the Amazon Prime that offers stuff for streamers. You know, you can create different packages. Myself, I actually get I do the annual service of Amazon Prime. So I usually pay one fee, but I get it for the whole year. Okay.
Yep.
And you know, so there's a lot of ways that they could do this if they would think about it. What a lot of companies need to do, because we come up with a lot of ideas for that companies should do. Gaming companies, movie companies, streaming services, music companies, Twitch, all these people need to hire me and Hellfire, okay, so that we can come up with better stuff for you guys, because we listen to you guys and we know what most people want, you know. They just need to come out and pay us big money to come up with all the stuff for them and be modern day consultants for the everyday man, rather than going for the social people. Like, oh, we want to listen to this social justice group over these people, but these people are the ones that are using the service. The social justice people don't give a shit about your service. We do, you know. So start paying attention to us.
I'll say, Leather Rebel, it is chump change for Amazon, yes, but I'm looking at it through their eyes because they are a business, and for me, I'm a businessman. I own Riverside IT Consultants. I own Hellfire Media. We're working on combining everything with DBN, with Retro. So I'm always constantly thinking of a way to make more money and to grow my business, because the more my business grows, the more I'm able to give back to the people that are watching and the people that are purchasing my services. So I'm always looking at ways to grow, and they're not going to cut their own throat, so to speak. They're not going to pay for something that's not going to make them money back. So I'm just saying, give us what we ask, charge us for it. You're getting money back. You're going to make the money back and then some.
But see, that's what Leather Rebel's saying. If they charge us and they give us the money and stuff, it's chump change to them. It won't.
Oh yeah.
That $5 million. If they were to spend that $5 million to do this, and then charge, you know, have the different packages, service and stuff, you know, like she says right there, take my money. You know, we all, especially as streamers, are willing to provide that money. Okay.
Yep.
Now, some of us, like me, you know, my streaming is a job to me. Okay, to the point that I actually pay taxes for streaming. Okay, so I'm paying a lot of money to stream for my viewers. Okay, I'm even paying taxes with Critical Hit. Okay, so it's taking me more money to be able to provide service for everybody. So if I'm willing to pay taxes and provide a service for people as a business, I have no problem spending that money, because that money that I would spend for that service, I can use as a tax write-off and get money at the end of the year. And they're getting money. They're making, with this service, they'll make double, if not triple, that $5 million if they spend that $5 million to do this.
Yep. Exactly.
So that's what Leather Rebel, I think, is trying to say.
Yeah. And it may have been, I just want to make sure I was clarifying everything so that everybody was on the same page. But yeah.
So with that said, and we're moving slightly with Twitch and Twitch music, guys.
Yep.
Short of it, it's a good service. I can't put a final word on it per se because of the fact that it's still in beta. It still has a chance to change and grow, but as of right now, the here and now, I probably won't be using it because the music choices are not there for me. With some of my streams, I like that Stranger Things synthwave 80s music. I like a lot of 80s gamers music, 80s themed music, and it's not there for me. There's no genre feel music in there for me, so I probably won't be using it. I'll move over to Harris Keller's music and replay that for right now until Soundtrack has a chance to grow into something I might be able to use.
Yep.
So that's the short of it right there. Continuing with Twitch and staying on the ball with the time that we have, this is really short. Right now, as most of you know, Twitch has recently started to with raids, you have to have 10 or more people for them to be notified of raids. Well, it's starting to find out that I have a few big-time streamers who are partners, ladies and gentlemen. Some of them are affiliates who get like 50 or 60 viewers, and they got raided with 25 viewers. This one friend of mine was raided with 25 viewers, and the Twitch notification didn't notify them of the raid. So whatever they've recently done with their Twitch notifications of raids, they've broke their notifications, and some people are experiencing no notifications, no matter how many people they're being raided by. So have your heads up. Let us know if you're one of these people who get raided with 10 or more people, and your notifications still aren't working. I want to build a list and take the numbers and make the facts and figures of people who are experiencing this new broken issue of Twitch notifications.
Yep. And along that lines, there is a slight fix to this. For those of you who do not know, you can use the /host even while you're live. It will act the same as a raid. So basically what I am recommending people do until the issue gets fixed, to instead of raiding a fellow streamer, enter host mode for that streamer. So you would do the same thing as you would a raid. You just, instead of /raid and then the username, you're going to do /host that username. You want to make sure you are done talking to your audience though. You want to make sure you have said your goodbyes and you have finished talking, because the moment you hit that thing, you are going to enter host mode. It's not like the raid where you have a countdown and you can click it. It's not like that. When you enter host mode, you're hosting. That's it.
Yeah.
So make sure you can use host mode, and it will notify the streamer that you're hosting, that you are sending over a host with 5 viewers or 10 viewers or however many viewers you have. But you have to make sure you're done talking, otherwise it's going to cut you off the moment you hit the enter key.
So with that said, what I would say to do is suggest, by taking Hellfire's suggestion, you go ahead and type up the /host username, get that ready. You do your typical goodbyes of, hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Blah, 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 blah. We're about to raid so-and-so. Make sure you say, we're going to raid so-and-so. Hey, we're going to raid so-and-so. As soon as I hit this, it's going to automatically take you over there. There's going to be no countdown, but I just want to tell you thank you for being here. Make sure when you go over there, continue to use #raid, #whatever, #whatever. Have your users use the #raid. It's not a real command, but have them use that #raid. So when you do that /host and your viewers are switched over to that view and they type #raid, that streamer will know, hey, look, it's saying it's hosting, but it's a raid. Hey, I'm being raided, everybody. Look at that. I'm getting raided with so many viewers. So you're getting notified with his workarounds. And with your viewers saying #raid, you know that this is a Rage using that workaround. So there you go. There is the ultimate workaround, and right now the best way we can say F you Twitch.
Yeah, for me personally, I am going to, for the benefit of making sure I stay on top of everything, I'm going to continue using Raid just so I can see if and when they fix it, and that way I can let you guys know. So even though I know /host works, for me, I'm going to continue using the Raid. That way, as soon as it's fixed, I can let you guys know, hey, raids are working again. I see a consistent pattern of raids working again. You can go back to using raids, and then you can stop using the workaround and go back to a normal raiding.
Also, real quick, welcome Tirmione, the Viking of Streamala. He came in. I just want to make sure we give him a nice little shout out. So welcome to the stream, Tirmione there. Also, for those who joined later and are not here and don't know Stream Demons, horns up to all the new Stream Demons showing up. I want to keep that Stream Demons love going. Stream Demons is the best Discord Twitch stream team out there, so make sure you join it. Anyway, that said, now that we're done talking about Twitch, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for game news.
Game news.
Game news, everybody. This is one of the biggest things that everybody comes. A lot of people come for the tech. A lot of people come for the game news. But we got a lot of information on game news. This one that's coming up was actually found by Hellfire. We don't have an image for it because I was an idiot and didn't think to get an image for this. But go ahead and drop this one in because you were the one that found it.
Okay. Well, it worked better with images, but for those who are not aware, people are now RPing in Among Us. They are RPing as guards. If you play Among Us, you know you have different costumes and hats, and so people are dressing up as guards with a little guard outfit and a little guard hat, and they are operating as bodyguards for a player or players. And they will let a player go into a room and they will stand guard. There's a couple videos I've seen on Instagram where they were guarding somebody. They picked somebody to guard. They were guarding them, and that person ended up being the imposter. And they sat there by the door. They waited. Somebody went in. They kind of looked at them and they let them in. And then the door is shut and they killed the imposter. Ended up killing them, and they all freaked out. But it was there are people actually RPing in Among Us, so it's very interesting right now.
Yeah, I mean, basically, in short, with everybody's finding some new ways to play games and stuff. You got people doing actual, especially now they released the actual servers for Grand Theft GTA's RPing. So RPing in video games is becoming a big thing. So now they're carrying the RP over to Among Us. You know, where was the thing at? Oh yeah, soon we're gonna have people doing role plays of sci-fi stories. You know, actually creating whole new storylines out of Among Us. You know, and that's gonna be cool. Going further into Among Us, Hellfire also found something that was kind of interesting about Among Us and Twitch. AOC.
I'll let you.
Oh no, because if I talk about this, I'm gonna get on a rant, and I'll get.
I forgot about that, and you didn't throw it in the notes. So
it's in there. It's in there. I posted the politics and celebrities so that I don't have to say her specifically, because that's gonna cause me to go on a rant and get us booted from Twitch.
Okay, so. Not going to go on a political rampage. Not going to tell you who to vote for. Not going to tell you which side is better than the other. That's not what we do here. But for those who, like myself, find politics slightly comical, or you just want to watch a politician stream, who knows? AOC, along with Pokimane and a couple other political activists and vloggers and I think a couple representatives are going to be streaming Among Us live on Twitch tonight, of all nights, on AOC's personal channel. Didn't know she had one, but apparently she does. So they will be playing Among Us and trying to drum up support and getting people to get out and vote. So That's a thing now.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
See, and there's Tyriona with the God knows. See, Tyriona knows why I don't want this is with what you're thinking, Tyriona. That's the reason why I left it to him, because if I get talking about it, I'm gonna go on a rant that's gonna get critical hit shut off. So I'm gonna try to. I'm doing my best to bite my tongue, ladies and gentlemen, as much as I possibly can, because this is a topic that's literally going to cause me to go on a destructive rant, and I will not do it as much as
AOC
I'm
does not
itching.
stream.
I'm itching.
AOC does not stream. This is her, and she mentioned it on Twitter. This is her first time streaming, and it is her first time playing Among Us. So this is going to be the biggest cringe fest that I have. If I watch it, and if I can stomach watching it, it will be the biggest cringe fest, and it will be very comical, I imagine. So I might watch it just for the cringe and for the memes, but that's the only reason I will watch it.
See, for me, here's okay. So I'm trying. I was just about to do it. I'm not gonna do it. I won't speak what I'm gonna try to say. I'm gonna be a good boy. I'm a real boy. I'm gonna bite my tongue. I almost dropped it. I'm not gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm being good right now. I'm being a good Jason. Okay, good retro, bad retro. So I'm not gonna do it. I want to do it so bad. I almost did it. Let's not get retro started. Exactly. So that said, let's go ahead and move on to the next thing, which I definitely want you to do this one. Since this is your baby, Valhalla.
My baby.
Valhalla.
Yes, my baby. Okay.
You're gonna like this. Tear me on there.
Yep. Assassin's Creed Valhalla has announced their post-launch plans that include both paid and free additional content. Trying to find the exact article that I was looking at earlier. It's a very short article. They didn't go into very detail. But basically there are going to be paid DLCs, but they will also have online multiplayer aspects that will have events similar to any other multiplayer game right now. So, I mean, it's new. I don't think Assassin's Creed has ever had a multiplayer aspect incorporated in it this way. And I don't know how much they're going to work it into the game. We'll have to wait and see. But they are having seasonal events that are free. One of the big events that they're talking about is the Viking Yule Festival acts as the season's centerpiece event. So I'm assuming this will be one of the first events that they launch. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what exactly they are doing. They didn't give too many details, but there is going to be some free content and events that they launch as well.
Yeah. So there's a lot of great game news out there. Yeah, especially with Valhalla. Speaking of the stuff that's coming for Valhalla, basically something else that we want to talk about for those who don't know, World of Warcraft Shadowlands is now released. So there's a lot of people who are World of Warcraft fans. If you play World of Warcraft, make sure you go out and get your Shadowlands. There's still a few copies of the collector's edition out there, so get your hands on the collector's edition, because it seems to be a big thing, and it's still growing. It's been around for a long time, and it's only getting stronger. We've got Tabitha Sabbatha, who is here, who's a big World of Warcraft fan. They've so much so that Logitech / Blue has released a special edition World of Warcraft Blue microphone that we talked about last Tuesday. You know that Tabitha has actually got pre-ordered and has going to have coming here soon. Which this whole reason of talking about World of Warcraft brings us to talking about a new feature that we're going to be doing to the show. Very soon, we're going to start featuring other streamers and content creators that we find to be the creme de la creme, the most entertaining people that you should definitely look out. Some of them are up and
Yep.
coming. Some of them are kind of new and kind of feeling their way, but even with their new content, they're very informative. So we wanted to kind of give a shout out to those certain streamers and feature them.
Before we announce who this week is going to be, I want to take a second to
hold
explain
on.
a little bit.
Grizzly with some bits. Thank you,
Woo,
Grizzly.
thank you for the biddies. Basically, on our personal streams, we have it's a personal stream. We have our people that we are friends with, other streamers that we shout out, and it's basically a I'm not entirely sure how to word it correctly, but it is we have friends and we have people that support us and we show support back. Critical Hit is not so much of a personal thing. Critical Hit is bringing you products, news, games, as well as movies and music and all this.
An informative stream.
In an informative and an educational fashion. And so what we present to you, we want to be accurate and we want to be professional and the best of the best. So when we shout somebody out here, when we give somebody the weekly or monthly or however often we do this, it's going to be streamers that are not getting the recognition that we feel that they should be getting for the amount of work and for the quality of the content that they produce.
Yes.
That is what this is about. So Retro, since you came up with the idea, I'm gonna let you do the shout out for this week's.
Yeah, so this week's feature has to do with World of Warcraft. That's the reason why we wanted to talk about the release of World of Warcraft. If you're a World of Warcraft player, definitely check it out. If you're not a fan of World of Warcraft or basically you've never played World of Warcraft and it seems interesting to you, definitely check it out. If you need to know more about we're not going to play the whole video, but if you need to know more about World of Warcraft, you're going to want to check the streamer out. We're going to give them a proper shout out after the video so that you can get their link. Pretty much while I'm playing the video, Hellfire will drop the link to their YouTube. So make sure once you look at this video, go there, subscribe to this person's YouTube because they're going to be doing a lot of these types of videos and it's information that you're going to want to get. This person is super informative in their stream and this is the reason why we put them out there. So let me get the video started.
Welcome to my unboxing. I have such sights to show you. Hey everyone, today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of World of Warcraft Shadowlands Collector's Edition. This thing came in the mail a couple of days ago and I've just been dying to open it and take a look. But before I open that, I'm going to go over some of the not physical items that this Collector's Edition comes with. Starting with obviously a copy of the actual game itself. It also comes with a Shadowlands level character boost. Instantly boost a single character to be ready for Shadowlands level content. It comes with an Anima Wyrmling pet. It also comes with an Ensorcelled Everwyrm mount.
Okay, so I'll pause it right there, guys. But let me go ahead and drop that off. Thanks for doing that puzzle animation for me, Retro. Hey, anytime. So pretty much, if you go to the link that that Hellfire dropped you right there, make sure you subscribe to her. Make sure you watch the video.
Yep.
What was that? Did you do a shout out to her?
Yeah. Did it not work? It should work with me being mod.
It paused itself for some reason.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I think it's Twitch causing problems. So anyway, guys,
thanks for coming by.
With that said, the reason why, let me go ahead and close this out real quick.
You hanging out.
That may help out a little bit. But as I was saying, if you go to her stream and why is it still? There we go. make sure you check her out. She does have a Twitch. She is a Twitch streamer. The benefit of this is because she's super informative. If you know nothing about World of Warcraft or nothing about Shadowlands and you're a Warcraft player, if you're looking for the information, go to her YouTube, get these information from the unboxing. Because of the fact that she's super informative, it's a really good thing that you need to look into. Like I said, we're trying to keep a professional level. We're trying to keep the people who need to get recognition, that deserves recognition. With this type of video that she's doing, even though it's her first video, she's got so much room that she's growing. Just with this first video alone, it's super informative. Definitely well done. So it's something that you definitely should look into. But yeah, make sure you subscribe. Get that love out there on her YouTube. She's going to be bringing more stuff to you down the road. The more people we see, and it may be people that we don't even know. We just started with somebody that we knew that fit the bill of what we were looking for, and we needed something to show you guys for the feature that we're looking to. So next Tuesday we're going to have someone completely different, and maybe another fellow Stream Demon, so maybe somebody that we follow. We don't know. We talk about it. But next Tuesday it'll be another featured content creator or streamer. But we're gonna start bringing this to you on a professional level. But that was tonight's featured streamer. So that one hit a little bit close to home because she is a fellow Stream Demon. So definitely we're gonna start doing this quite often, a lot. So that pretty much brings us to the end of the episode. As everybody knows, when it comes to the end of the episode, we already know what time it is. So, let's see. Trying to read the chat. My sister's famous. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Let's go. So yeah, definitely. As of right now, as we always in the stream, we always show love to people. Right here, it's our biggest topic that we want to talk about for the next few minutes before it's time for us to raid somebody. Suicide is a big growing concern amongst streamers, amongst people today, thanks to COVID and all the bullshit of 2020. So a lot of numbers of suicide have recently increased. If you feel suicidal or you know someone who is suicidal, there is help out there. You can either call the 800 number there on your screen, or you can go to the Suicide Prevention Lifeline.org website to get resources to learn about suicide. They're there to help. I mean, Hellfire, he constantly tells people, they give you information, they give you if you need money, whatever the I'm starting to get befuddled here. You're gonna have to
whatever your circumstance is,
yes.
whether it be financial or you've been kicked out of your house, whatever your issue is, they're there for you. Even if it's just you need to talk, you need counseling, you need mental health from a professional, but you can't afford to get that help, because if you like myself have ever tried to get help from a mental health professional, know that it is very expensive and very pricey, and not everybody can get that help because of the price. They're there and they will help get you the help that you need. So if you are feeling down at all and you feel helpless and you feel like you just can't do it anymore, then please reach out to them. That you can call the 1-800 number. You can also go online to, I believe it's suicideprevention.net. But please reach out if you feel like you don't need all that help. You just want somebody to talk to. My inbox is always open. I know Retro's inbox is always open.
Yes.
There is always somebody that is willing to talk. You are not a burden. You are not a problem, and you are not a mistake. Please reach out and get the help that you need.
Yeah, there's basically, in short, there's people that care. They may be a stranger, but there's people that care. Like we both do. We know a lot of you do. The Fluffy Life has said she cares. Sweet Biscuits care. There's a lot of us out there, and everybody knows I'm all about talking. Okay, I love to talk. So if you need somebody to talk to me. It don't have to be about suicide. It could be about anything. I don't care if you want to talk about the 20 different types of grass. Okay, I don't care if you want to talk about the 15 styles of paint. I don't care if you want to tell me all the different types of insects there are. I don't care what it's about. I may not be into it, but I love talking. I will debate. Okay, to the point that I have arguments with Hellfire. I will be glad
On
to
a
have
daily basis.
Yeah, I'll be glad to have an argument with you if that's what you want. You know, I'm here to talk. Other people are. There is help for you people, for us, for everyone. Okay, there's no, in this day and age, there's no reason for suicide, for depression. I'm one for depression, guys. I'm dealing with it right now. Okay, it may not look like it. I wear a mask, but I have some problems. I have some personal problems. I have some emotional problems. Slightly depression, but I have a condition that's starting to come to rise where it's a manic depression emotional issue where I go through all the different emotions. 1 minute I'm super happy, within seconds my emotional flip to anger, within seconds I flip to depression, and it's something I can't control. I'm trying to get help with it. Hellfire understands it. That's the reason why I'm glad I have him to talk to, you know, so I have people to talk to, so I'm good, but I know what it's like. Okay, firsthand. Okay, never ever ever go it alone. Never. If there's people out there, take advantage of it. You're not going to look bad for it. If anything, you're going to look even better for seeking the help versus going the other route. You know,
exactly. It takes more strength to carry on and push through your issues than it does to give up.
True.
So you will come out stronger on the other side than you went into this issue.
Yeah. Basically treat life like a video game. If you're having problems, keep going at it. You may not be able to start over, but you'll be able to at least like, I don't know, like some video games you get to continue on. If you mess up, okay, well let me try it another way. Let me try this a different way. Let me go this route. Let me go that route. If I can't do it here, then I'll go there. It's a video game. Keep going and keep trying. If anything, you're gonna come out better for it than the other option. Okay, so treat it like a video game. Talk to the random NPCs, guys. Talk to the NPCs. You know, there's NPCs out there in the game of life to talk to. That said, it is now time. It's a little 5 minutes past our normal time to raid. We are going to raid because I've been looking to see who's live right now for Stream Demons. I've never watched this person stream, but I am going to raid them only because I've never, unless you have someone else.
Who is it?
The It's G White person. Unless you have someone else.
White. Oh yeah, I've never watched them. Personally, I don't want to raid somebody I don't know what how their stream is. The only person I've watched that is a stream demon is Rodimus, but I did just raid him yesterday, so I don't know. I'll leave it up to you. Personally, I don't want to raid.
It was same here. That's the reason I was trying to raid somebody new, somebody different, show some love. You know, so I mean, unless you have someone else, unless someone in the chat has somebody that they want us to raid, you know, I don't see what's wrong with us raiding somebody that we don't know.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about stream love, so let's show the stream love out there.
Yep.
So that's what we're gonna do. As always, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do an actual slash raid, so there will be a timer. But let me go ahead and get that ready. Go ahead and do some talking to them while I get this ready.
All right.
Goodbyes.
Give me 1 second. I'm having to close tabs.
You're
all right.
fine.
So thank you everybody for coming out and all the support that you give us every single week. We wouldn't be doing this without the love and support from you guys. We're hoping that we continue to grow and to be able to give you more. As we've mentioned in the past, we're working towards getting a studio and presenting a more professional show for you guys. We also want to be able to give back to the community as well. So thank you for all the support that you give and helping us grow and helping us to achieve more with Critical Hit. We really cannot do this without your support
100%.
and everything that you guys do for us. So thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you all next week as well.
Same here. He pretty much said everything that I said. I love each and every one of y'all, but be it on my personal stream or here on Critical Hit. Y'all are the guys that the reason why we created this is we want to be able to give information to a lot of people out there and touch and reach a lot of people. Y'all are allowing us to do just that. Did you find someone to raid? We do have someone, unless you have someone else, Claw. If you have a suggestion, Claw, I'm willing to try to look for someone new for Stream Demons and raid somebody. So feel free to type a suggestion before we do the raid. Nerbo the cat. Do you want to go with his suggestion and try someone new?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so we're gonna do that, ladies and gentlemen. Great streamer. So let me type that name out real quick. So we know nothing about this streamer, guys. So he's gonna be new. So make sure, as always, hashtag raid. Since we're not, he's probably not gonna get the notification. Hashtag critical hit. Hashtag Stream Demons. Let's show them Stream Demon loves. Let's show them what critical hit is about. There's only so many of us, so let's get this going. I already see people dropping out, but it's all good. Let's go ahead and get this going. Stay for 5 minutes. If you don't like a stream, you're more than welcome to leave. If you like the stream, add him, follow him, subscribe to him, show that love.
Yep.
But once again, we love each and every one of you guys.
Look at that. Actually got the fucking raid thing.
I'm not in there yet.